I'm going to make it real simple for you. If you're feeling lost and scared right now, it means you're not listening to what black people are saying right now. It means that you completely missed the point of the Super Bowl. Listen to what black people are saying.
Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking. When you saw this video, so in today's video, we have this man who was telling his people that if you feel lost or scared at this point and with everything that's been happening and all that, then you were never listening to people of color, that you never had time to listen to them. And you all know that recently we've had a lot of palm colors people coming out to really talk about how if you have a problem, the best people to run to. We have people who their parents have advised them in the past that if you have a problem, these are the people to run to. We've also had like their women coming out to, show solidarity, okay, with all that is happening. Anyway, let's look at what some people have to say about all of this. Then we come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments, okay, as we watch these videos together. Share your thoughts with me in the comments, and please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. Let's go watch.
Yeah, what's a thing is that 92% of Black Americans who voted for Kamala know, in fact, that if they show up and stand beside you, it will cause martial law. Thank them for staying home. Thank them for doing the underground work. Because if they show up, this isn't going to go the way you think it's going to go. And they already know that. And this wasn't meant to be sarcastic or condescending. I didn't realize the majority of people on TikTok had no idea that there was a 92% of Black Americans, Black women, who have been trying to explain why they need to stay back and why you need to go forward. I hope this helps. Have a great day.
Yes, I know I've seen a lot of people making videos, trying to stand in solidarity with black folks and telling them, oh, we stand with you guys, don't come out to protest. I've also seen people who looks like me who actually came out to say that, people of color should come out and also protest, okay, against all odds. You already know who those people are. I think MAGAs, right? We have black MAGAs, yeah. Anyway, when these people come out to say all of this, they are trying to stand in solidarity with us, and that's like them also showing that, oh, we with you guys. We voted for Kamala. There are also a lot of them who did not actually vote for Kamala, who have finally realized their mistakes, or like, oh, we made a huge mistake, and truthfully, maybe in their heart they really feel that the best way is to start supporting people who voted for Kamala, who are making sense on the internet. Because sometimes when you see some of these magas really talk and support some of the things they are supporting, you be like, right? So these guys are like coming out to say, we support you guys, we stand with you guys, we want you guys to know that. And you've also seen it through the blue bracelets, bracelets, when the whole blue bracelet was raining, and some other things that they actually did to like show all of that. Now this protest is also one of it. A lot of them came out to say, oh, don't come out, black folks do not come out, it's our turn to really, protect you guys, go out there and, speak up and all that. It's their turn. So they started saying that even though people of color have actually come out to say, we're resting, we're not coming out, we don't even plan coming out in the first place, because there is no amount of thing that you're going to actually do that will make these folks to really stand up from their seat, their bed, to come out and start maybe talking or trying to drag with anybody or protesting for any reason, because so many things have been done for them to do that, but they're not moving. Okay, segregation will be the least of it all, and this whole protest of a thing, I don't think they're coming out.
I just seen another video from one of us basically saying that, segregation or the new version of a Jim Crow 2025 or 2026 is going to be harmful more to the Caucasian community because they need us for a level of community and culture and labor that they can't get on their own, that they don't know how to do, and that they can't get from their other people. And even though you are not wrong in the sense that they rely on us for labor, they rely on us for culture, they rely on us to be able to sustain and all these things, you are wrong. And I want you to stop. Please stop. There is no pro-black version of a segregation 2025, 2026, or any other year that you can think of. And I blame how this country has given us information because they've been very strategic. Anytime that people know about Black American history, they only know about two real eras, and that's slavery and the civil rights movement during Jim Crow era. And why do you think that they were so strategic in particular about even what information they let out to be normalized in those eras? Why do you think that? It's because it allows you to create this fantasy land that nothing is that bad. And eventually you'll co-opt the same mindset of your oppressors and you'll be completely dumbfounded, lost, and unable to get up on your feet to resist and or to survive what they could hit you with. When you see them show us slavery in movie depictions or even in textbooks, what do they allow you to see? They may allow you to see a whipping or hear a pew-pewing. They'll allow us to see our ancestors try to escape. They'll allow us to see us in the fields, and that's pretty much it. They'll even allow us to see us trying to learn how to read. But what you know what they won't show us? They won't show us being raped as Black women. They won't show our men being tied up and chained and forcefully buck-broken for entertainment and power. They won't show us living in disgusting quarters and living amongst our own feces and being crowded because we didn't even have beds and bathrooms. They won't show us how we really truly looked in the field, dropping like flies from malnutrition and lack of and all types of stuff because we weren't being fed for days. We wasn't given water for days and stuff, treated like animals. They won't actually show our children being fed and used as bait to alligators. They won't show the experiments on Black women's bodies for the name of research and innovation. They won't show us being skinned and eaten or being turned into furniture. They won't show us these things. Why do you think that? They do the same thing with the Jim Crow era and the civil rights movement. Sure, they'll allow us to see our sit-ins and our boycotts and our marches and our leaders and speeches. They'll even let us see the police batons and the water hoses and the dogs, but they don't show you anything else. They don't show you our children trying to walk to schools far and wide, being afraid, having to walk in groups because savages on pickup trucks can pick them up and try to grape the girls or assault and torture the young boys. They don't show families being afraid about their husbands or brothers and male figures and possibly not coming home and being missing until they find out or see them being hung from a tree like an ornament. They don't show us the people being pulled off, Black men and stuff and women being pulled out of jails for crimes that they didn't commit against white women or anything and being, again, used as a tree ornament or tortured for the entertainment of the families. They don't see the bricks and stuff being thrown at us. They don't see us houses being run up in and vandalized and being lit on fire. They don't show you the bombings of our infrastructure. They don't show you the floodings. They don't show the violence of how they raided through our neighborhoods at nighttime. They don't show you these things. And you know what else they don't show you? They don't show you what it looked like for our ancestors immediately after emancipation during the Reconstruction era, with Black codes and vagrancy laws where homelessness and poverty were criminalized. A bunch of Black people who had no attachment to their old culture, no ways, lost their language, lost their families, now homeless, okay? No medical care, terrible quarters, access of living arrangements for once enslaved people because of the damage that was done in the South because of the Union Army. Being seen as criminals, walking up and down the streets idly, trying to find families and children of theirs that they were separated from. Signing their lives over again to be employees of the plantation of the very people that once owned them, and their medical care and health being back in their hands. The lack of medical facilities, the terrible, like I said, living arrangements and poor sanitary care in places that we had to live in, groups and largely as crowded funds, and watching us fall off because of the smallpox and nobody caring, because that's what it was like. They don't show you and normalize these things, because when they don't do these things, this is what happens. You get this cherry picking damn mindset to agree with their egregious thought processes and actions because you just think everything is really not that bad or it's just as bad as it was before, and you have no idea. You are living in a fantasy land if you think that if this was to come back, they would allow us to put gates on our communities and stay out. No, baby. They would never do that because just like you said, they rely on us for culture. They rely on our labor. They rely on us for community and to care for them and their families. And this time, like before, they were going to be pissed off when they are reminded consistently that Black people can make it on their own. They are the ones that are the needy and the untalented, ungifted, and unskilled and can't survive on their own. Jim Crow was before and will be again nothing but a punishment because of how dare you shove it in my face how feeble-minded I am and how much I lack as a Caucasian person. They will reserve the jobs and snatch them from us for their people. They will put a limit on how much a Negro can make. They will take education away from you. They will make our educational buildings either inhabitable for our children to go or they'll shut them down. They will make transportation harder for us to get around. They will put curfews and things in our neighborhoods. They'll force us to pack up and try to find new places to live because the remnants in the neighborhoods that we live now, which came from the redlining and segregation before, are no longer applicable to us because we don't have the money because they've been gentrified. They'll re-criminalize homelessness, non-traditional jobs, and poverty. Who do you think that'll affect? And we'll be destitute again. They'll vandalize and destroy our upper educational buildings, HBCUs and stuff. They'll put new limits and standards in education so that you don't have the access really to reach them. They'll fuck with the further academic lack of growth in our communities because children of all ages will be forced to sit and be taught by one teacher who barely can make a living off of the wage that they're giving us. What do you think will happen? We will be back struggling to find life-saving care if necessary because of accidents or herbals and medications and stuff like that when we have things like simple viruses running through our communities and stuff like that. And because we'll be back in shitty headquarters, living quarters, they'll pass and spread easily further to us. What do you think will happen? And the only opportunities of salvation they'll try to give us is to convince us to work for them again, to convince us to take care of them and their children again, to convince us to give us them their culture again. Because see, we're going to always consistently be innovative and perseverant, and culture will always bloom from us because that's who we are as a people, and they'll always find a way to take it and steal it and appropriate it. They do it now. They will harass us and run in our neighborhoods and threaten us with more violence. What do you think these times were? Please stop. The misinformation is not only gaslighting yourselves, but you are gaslighting our very impressionable youth who refuse to pick up a book because they think everything is on a social media app. I beg of you.
So yeah, I think that they're just trying to, make you feel somehow, kind of incite fear and all that, and make people, kind of shiver and say, you guys have to do something. You guys have to stand up on your feet. You guys have to move. Okay, because before that, they already know how to get your emotions. They know how to really incite your emotions and make you act, the way they want you to act, which a lot of people this year have said we're not going. We have understood our emotions. We have stood the ground and nothing is moving us, right? And that's why they keep showing all of these things like this sister mentioned, but they will not show the other good things that comes out from people of color. The entertainment industry, you already know who dominates the entertainment industry. You understand who are the greatest artists in the world. You already know who they are. And then aside that, in other factors, in other careers, you see them in real estate, you see them in just different careers. I saw a video of a young lady who they were reading at her profile in one of these shows. I can't remember the name of the show, where the guy was talking. She's a black lady who the guy was talking about and saying that she's a digital marketer. She has worked with different organizations like Netflix, just a quite number of them. And when it was read, I was so proud to identify as, you understand, I was so proud of that, because I was like, so that women who are actually breaking this barrier, who are breaking the odds, who are making it look like not just women, people who looks like me, men, female, and they are doing great things out there. And I was so inspired to even do more than what I'm doing currently. Okay, so she's a digital marketer. Professionally, I'm a digital marketer, and each time I see things like this, I just try to watch. And when I see it, I like, so that people who are doing great, right? People who, they can change the world. And sometimes they don't show us these things on the internet, because when all of this happened, if you remember the hurricane that happened, I didn't see some of these top news platforms to carry them and say, oh, black folks are hiking today and all that. But now talk about the protest. Once they come out on the protest, you see it everywhere. So that's to show you that they're just some information that they want to pass and the ones they don't want to pass. Okay, and some of the things that we all know, that's why you have the history is not really that complete. You just hear half of it, and some other ones you don't hear, right? And we all have to dig deep to understand. Or sometimes we're being told story from our fathers and grandfathers, and they tell us, oh, this thing happened and all that, and you're like, but you don't see it on the internet. You don't see platforms like major platforms carry it. So that's what really happens, right? But let me know what you think, guys, about the whole segregation thing and the whole history thing. Just share your thoughts with me in the comment. Let's have that conversation. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. So I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.